Okay, so this is basically our expense section. We did the purchases, right? And what I did, I colored in the purchase tab, means this is where you have to enter data. This one here, we're going to do the same thing, color this tab into red. So it means this is another one we have to enter. Expense would be another one. Where's the color tab? I'm actually going to fix this on your template. And on your template, it's going to have these ones in red. And on these red is where you actually enter data. These you don't enter data. The first one you don't because it does the calculation. All these ones, it will actually do it. But we'll get to that one. Let's deal with expense right now. So expenses, I did some breakdown on top to aid you. All right. And what I did, this is the January one here. And if you notice January, we have basically, this is advertising. So all the advertising you spend for January, you put them in here. This one here is business taxes, fees, license, any dues, any registration, whatever you have for businesses, expense will go underneath here. Next one, oops, did we go too far? Okay, let's go down here. I went too far. Okay, so let's just use the arrows to go across. This is for insurance for the business. This is for the interest that you're paying at the bank, any finance charge, any chargeback, any bank fees, the monthly fees the bank charge you, the interest is any fees they charge you on your Interac machine, credit card machine fees go in there. Maintenance and repair. So there's all kinds of maintenance to your, you know, if to paint, repair, whatever, all that goes in there. Any management, administration fees, your motor vehicle, and this motor vehicle, this one here is going to be, you know, your vehicle insurance, all right, any type of repair to your vehicle, all that goes there. Office expense, you know, your stamps, stationaries, paper, photocopy supplies, toners, and all those things. Legal, any, if you know, if somebody's doing your accounting, any professional fees, legal fees, all that goes in here. Consultants and commission paid out. Basically, you know, in this one here, you can keep track of if you're hired a consultant, if you're paying them by commission, all that goes there. Your telephone, utility, internet, all those communication. This is subcontractor. I only deal with subcontractors, means that you pay your employee as a subcontractor. But if you want, you're doing salaries, you can change it from subcontractor and put in the salary in there. The rent that you're paying for the premises, and this is gas. I put the gas expense because most people don't realize there's taxes in the gas. You can reclaim the tax. There's HST, VAT tax in the gas. So it depends on your country rule. In Canada, we can reclaim all the tax from our purchases and expenses minus our sales. So basically, in most countries, it would be the same concept. You have to check with an accountant to verify that in your specific country. We have GST. You can change it to the VAT. You can change, as we showed you, the figures. So basically, let's just go back to the beginning here. So this was January. Gives you your total, including the taxes, their tax separately, VAT or GST or HST, the expense. Then it goes to February. So it goes February, March, and so on and so on. So you have all the years and all the types of expense. I broke it down for you. I even did a little chart here for you from January, so you can actually see it. Let's put in, let's say, advertising company, the TV. All right, you can put the date in. We spent, you know, $4,500. Okay. Now here is if you paid VAT. Some of the advertising probably includes the VAT. So if you're going to include the VAT, then we're just going to put this total times 0.16. So it's got that tax in there. Okay. If you don't want to do the formula, it's on your sheet. The invoice that they give you has the figure. So in the invoice, right, it will have how much tax you paid. So you don't have to actually do the formula, but I just put that in to show you how you can do it. But the thing is, an invoice shows your subtotal, the amount of VAT or HST that you got charged, type it in and look at the top. It's going to keep track of how much VAT, GST, or HST tax you actually did, your expense, and your expense with the taxes inside. So these are all being recorded, right? So let's put $100. So it'll be $16. Okay, so we've got that here. You can go through all these different ones, but let's look at now the profit and loss statement. It updated the advertising. We did the sales, the purchases come here. This is one sheet you don't touch. It actually updates it and it tells us that basically we're lost 49,000 because we're just entering this. We're based upon our sales and our purchases, right? So we're just getting started. So all the category that you fill in on this expense sheet, all the way down here, I mean, let's say we pay business license, we pay $10,000. So we go back to the profit and loss statement. So you see business is $10,000 here. Okay. Okay, now if we go back all the way to the beginning, we're going to notice something here now too. Expenses, now we've got 750. So we get 750 from the expense. If we go back to expense, we have 750, right? So this means that we have to add 750 to this purchase, which is 9 something, right? 9,659 minus 1,691 from what we did in sales, and it tells us the government still owes us 796. So it updates. That's the nice thing with this program. It took me a while to design this program, but you know what? Everything you do in these red tabs that we're going to have when you have your template, all your data, you do that, it updates everything. It's going to update the balance sheet here too, right? But the balance sheet, it only create the sales right now, okay? But right now, all this other stuff will come up as we go later on in the sheet. So your expenses, this one's beautiful. We got the advertising, we got the stuff. So all the stuff is broken down to whatever category. You can change any of these categories if it's different in your country. If you changed it here, you can just change the name here and just go back to the expense sheet and just change it. If it's not business license, whatever you want to call it. If it's not advertising, you put whatever you have to call it. Change it on our menu, right? So all